Okay. Monday night real flight has begun. Howdy, howdy. Hope you're all doing well. Mike Bird. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you stopping in. Hope you're doing well. There we go. Got my phone on. Lots happening in the world, eh? Want to discuss any of it? Hope your morning's going well, Mike Bird. Good deal. We have a few storms rolling in tonight, but hopefully we don't lose power. We have lost power in the past couple days. Hello, Jeff. Jeff in Lower Alabama. Hi, sir. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it, sir. Another stormy night here. We may or may not get some rain. Lots going on in the world. That's for sure, Mike. And I guess if I was in her position, I wouldn't want to talk a lot either. I did read earlier that while they were searching the kids' phones, somebody had visited him that also visited an office close to the FBI. Quite a few times at his home and at his work. I get some of my news through the Gateway Pundit. So, I don't know if you've ever looked at that one. The Epoch Times. Epoch Times. The fact that it happened on her watch, she needs to go. Most definitely. You know, Mike Bird, Jeff, I saw a few pictures. You know, the fist up with the flag, but there was a few other pictures in that series of pictures that showed one of the Secret Service agents with a white terry cloth towel, covering Trump's ear. It had blood on it. Why did they have a terry cloth towel? Can anyone answer that? Why did they have that there? Hi, Don. How are you, sir? Well, anyways, you know, I don't want to go off on a tangent on all this things going on in the world. We're here to fly. So, let's watch me fly for a minute. I have been trying to get a little better on takeoffs and landings, being straight, doing nice turns. I'm flying the You Can Do, and It Can Do It. There we go. Well, I'm glad we got somebody else flying. I'll switch it to them. Okay. Randy B is flying. Let's go to next. And then we'll watch Randy fly. Thank you for joining us, Randy. Flying the F-16 Thunderbird edition. That was really nice. Ricky did a real nice job flying his down in Douglas. EQ. How is EQ? Hi, sir. Victor. How are you, sir? Oh, that's all right, Jeff. I completely get it. I've had a long yesterday and a long today. So I hope I can get through the couple hours of this. I'm sure I can. I'll go fix a coffee. Hi, JCB. How are you, Jim? Appreciate you stopping in. You did your IX20 update. Hopefully it went well. I have an NX8 that I need to register and update myself. That, and I got my AMA renewal due in August. I'm certainly glad they do it from when you buy it to when it expires, instead of the way they did it before. Paul McNeil, how you doing, sir? How's that truck running for you? Excuse me. Grown Up Grows. How are you? You see what's going on right there, right? Woohoo! While you're here, let me show you what 2 weeks looks like. Here we go. Little baby, blueberry skunk. We got it going. These are gonna go outside. Woo woo. I'll give you a wrench, Mr. Grown Up, because you're grown up. Bill, the truck is great. That's nice, man. That's nice. Some of you probably know, some of you don't, but Paul McNeil came out here to Arizona and picked up a truck that I had been working on for a few years and drove it all the way back to Mississippi. Not a hitch, not anything, straight through. No trouble at all. Glad it's working out for you, Paul. That's a nice truck. It was kind of hard to let it go, but I have other trucks I want to work on. Nice flying, Randy. Oh, that'll make me feel ill. We won't do that. If you want me to change the airport, just let me know. My kid, who's the biggest gamer of all, he just laughs and says, "You're doing a gaming channel now." Well, I guess. It's fun though. We are flying. GSXR Joe. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Staying out of the heat up in Vegas. Excuse me. Woo! There we go. So if you fly over the top of the castle or the palace, it's a circle inside. And if you drop in right at the right angle, it's like riding the wall of death, like those old motorcycles, you know? Around and around you can go. I was doing it yesterday. It was pretty fun. That and the cardboard cutout people are pretty fun to knock over. Victor's flying in the room. Let's give Victor a watch. Appreciate you guys stopping in and flying. We'll put him on the behind view. That's a nice turnout, Paul. Everybody have a drag car or truck or... And did you win? Nice rolls, Victor. Almost touching the tail. Woohoo! That one, I guess this one doesn't have a Guniac afterburner in it. Randy. And his little dog Aileron. You bet. On the Edge as moderator, sir. Thank you. Mike Bird, I saw some RC drag racing that they were going for 25 grand. One event. There were hundreds of people there. A maiden flight on the second pass. More downforce. Hopefully it didn't hit the wall or anything, you know. Planes are a different animal, Joe. You know, you have that dimension of up and down, left and right, you know, and all that, and it's not grounded. You're not grounded on the ground, so when gravity takes over, it's usually not going to end well. I've had a few in that way. Woo. Victor's cutting up the sky, dragging the tail. Yeah, I hear you. Me too. I worked on my buggy yesterday in the evening and then again this morning. Tried to fix the old master cylinder, which was locked up. Took it all apart, cleaned it out. Just had some, I don't know what happened. The brake fluid turned kind of jelly looking. It was like gelatin. Got it all cleaned out and working, put it back in the bug, and mind you, it's a Volkswagen bug, right? So the pedals are really small down there. Hi Ron, thank you for joining us. You can't get your head down in there. You got bolts on one side of the firewall and they're behind the clutch pedal and the brake pedal and the gas pedal, and then you got ones on the outside of the firewall that you got to get to at the same time, and it is not fun. I could just barely reach one and reach the other with my face smashed into the side of the buggy. But the new one I put on, the bolts just run right from the inside out and bolt right to to the master cylinder, so it's going to be a lot better. No more dealing with the trying to reach around. That doesn't work. Victor's still flying. I think Ron is in the room too. That does help a lot. If you can imagine yourself in the cockpit, it does help. And when you're coming at you, stick to wing down. Yeah, you know, Joe, I think I've got several bottles of brake fluid going that are open, and I think I used one that was a little too old. So the buggy's got all new hard lines, all new flex lines, all new wheel cylinders or slave cylinders, master cylinder. Now I need the brake reservoir for the master and the line that goes to it. Because I had one that has the reservoir on top of the master. I've never had good luck with those. We'll put it back the way Volkswagen built it. It should be better. What time do they start? Randy, we usually start at 6:30. I try and be kind of prompt on that time. 2:30 a.m. for Mike Bird. I appreciate you being here, Mike. That's pretty darn early. A little too early for tea and crumpets or English muffins and marmalade. Ron's flying now. Let's watch him for a minute. That would be 9:30 Eastern time. So we started almost a half an hour ago. Flying the Cap 232. Very capable aerobatic machine. Stella and Weed. That's a great combo. Must not be bedtime yet then. Just still up from yesterday. Oh boy. Well, I'm glad you found us, Randy. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Let's follow the Cap 232 for a little bit. I need to get back on my trucks. I really need to work on my truck again. But it's been really hot. So I've been waiting. It's been kind of easy waiting too. You know, it's just been one of those things where you can either do it or you don't. You know, it's not a worry. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's not like I have to drive it tomorrow. So I can work on it at my leisure. But I need to put a little bit of fire under myself and get it done. Because we're coming up on 15 years of that truck being apart. That's too long. That's way too long. I'm so glad that I boxed everything up and got all the parts labeled, bagged, tagged, put away. So it shouldn't be too hard. I've already got boxes and boxes of new stuff for it. You know, all new window kits, rubber kits, seals, bushings, body mounts. Mountain RC. Howdy, sir. How are you? Heck no, Joe. I love that red, white, and blue scheme. I have Ultra Sport 46 that's red, white, and blue. And be a good 4th of July plane. Yeah, we'll get it done, Mike Bird. That is a long time. It's a very long time. But you know, I didn't get the truck Paul McNeil bought done in a day. That actually took several years to get that thing done, and it probably wouldn't have taken several years if I could have found the issue sooner than letting it sit there for a year and a half not doing anything. But that's okay. Time for some hilly action. It does. I have all the primer. I have all the paint. I have clear coat. I've got everything I need. I've even got the eye candy pearl for it, which is gonna look like that, nice and sparkly. Woo! Put that in with the clear over some white paint. Oh baby, it's gonna look beautiful. You know, it's hard to get motivated when your work area is not what it needs to be. Yep. Let's switch it back to Victor for a minute. He's got the Corsair. Big, beautiful Corsair. I'll get you, Boynton. Uh-oh, through the trees. Oh, that's great, Paul. That truck needed a gun rack, especially where you live. I bought a few of those old trucks, Paul, that had the, gun rack, the old metal one that was covered with plastic, looked brownish color. Always somebody wanted them. Oh, if you're not going to use that, I want it. Has anyone heard from Kenny? I personally haven't heard from Kenny, but I hope he's doing well. And I kind of miss him. He did have a good shit show going. A lot of people watched. I don't have a clue why he's not doing it. But that's up to him. He did join the Zoom very briefly one night. It was like he came in and looked around and then left. And didn't say anything to anyone. But hope he's doing alright. I know he is. Woohoo. So did any of you watch the videos of Oshkosh? The pre-arrivals? Well, I caught a few minutes of a video, and it had a black and red Beech 18 coming in. It's like the second or third plane coming in. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. Oh, that's good, Don. I'm glad he's staying in touch with some of us. Gear out. Yeah, at the Oshkosh video I watched, there must have been 10 little Cessnas like this coming in. They were all just lined up, taxiing, one after the other. Yeah, Victor does very good. He flies turbine jets. Ones that cost a few bucks, right? They're not cheap. And, he flies in Southern California. Gear down, gear up, flaps down. And what's cool about this game, with the Real Flight, is you can go in and edit your aircraft. You can add control. You can change the size of the aircraft, which Victor changed that one drastically. And it's really fun. You don't have to just stick with what they give you. You can modify it, make it fly the way you want. Yet, sometimes your priorities change in life to where, before Kenny's priorities were to make sure he got online and stayed in touch and put out a lot of videos. Maybe his priorities have changed and he can no longer do that. But I'm sure he's doing okay. Tygo Perez. Hello. I'm in Arizona. You're in Portugal. Nice to see you here. Thank you for stopping in. We're having a Real Flight session. Fly remote control aircraft. Just have fun. BS about whatever. Thank you for stopping in, Randy. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Take care. You wouldn't want to visit right now. It's a little hot. November, December, January, February. That's a good time to come. Get rid of the heat. The days are in the 70s. The sun is shining. There's not any snow. Hi, Galaxy Solutions. That is very true, sir. Very hot in Portugal. Well, if you would like to fly a helicopter, the room is open. if you're close to the beach, I would just stay there. The best we have is a sand wash with no water. Flagstaff is really nice. I would live there, but it's it's quite expensive to live in Flagstaff. It's, you know, you're paying for to live in the mountains. That the pine trees cost more. I had a real estate agent tell me that saguaros on your property will make it go up in value. So I planted a whole bunch of them. I've got 5 now. I don't think it's went up a dime. I appreciate you flying, Victor. That's really nice, Victor. No problem. We can go like this. There we go. I used to have a You Can Do. You Can Do 60, which I believe this one is modeled after. They're really nice. They fly beautiful. They have a big fat wing. Woohoo! There we go. That'll work. Yeah, Costa Mesa is nice this time of year, Victor. I'd like to be able to go in September. They have a car show there that I been to a few times called Cruisin' for a Cure, which is cancer in September, of course, right? And there's like 400 or 500 cars there, trucks, whatnot. And what's really cool about this show is they have it set up to where all the cars are on the inside and then on the outside, and they have a road through the fairgrounds where you can just jump out and cruise around. And yes, there has been some fender benders there. We saw one. It's not fun. Well, I'm not sure, Paul. You know, my buddy has that 96 Bronco with a 5.0 automatic. He's got it for sale. It's OJ white with blue interior. It's really nice. I had it here for a while. He bought it in Apache Junction, and then we worked on it, got it running, driving, did a bunch of maintenance to it, and he had it shipped back to Maine. I haven't seen Chris or Lori tonight. They must be out camping, having a good time. I hope they're doing well. My wife's cousin, Paul, sent me a picture of his 3 bikes today and asked me if I wanted one. He's got a '04 Night Train that he just picked up. I guess he got it for a really good deal. Wanted to know if I wanted it. But I don't want to get a divorce, so I'm not going to get a motorcycle. I guess some guy in the neighborhood up where in the town where he lives hadn't rode it for about 4 or 5 years and got on it, laid it over, bent the shifter, scratched the case. I guess there's a skull badge on the case. It scratched it off and put a little dent in the gas tank. I am in Tucson. Well, Marana. I live like 100 yards away from the border there, you know. Northwest Tucson. I see Keith Christie flying in the room. Let's watch him for a minute. Thank you for joining us, Keith. I appreciate it. Maybe Keith is taking a break. We'll go back to Ron. I love the sound of the old V8s. You know, a lot of my friends that have these old trucks, you know, they're doing new Coyote engines or, God forbid, LS swap stuff, you know. And those are cool, but yeah, I'm building my 65 Ford truck, and to keep it period correct, I have a 65 Ford 289 with a C4 automatic that I can put into it, and everything will just basically bolt right up. There are some modifications you have to do. No trucks in 65 came with a small block V8. They came with the FE 352, which became the 360 390. And then the 6-cylinder was the 240 in the truck, which became the 300 by the late 60s, 67. Watch Victor fly the 0 inverted. Nice flying, Victor. Well, I have 2 of them, and I doubt either one of them are going to be done in the spring, Paul. I have the 4-wheel drive, which I actually am building that one to sell. If you can't wait, I have a friend that's selling one, and it's pretty nice. Mostly original. Which, to be honest, they're going to bring the most value when they're in the original condition. In fact, a friend of mine that builds bump sides, which are the 67 to 72 trucks, he builds single cab 4-wheel drives, and he's building a crew cab right now. And he's getting close to $100,000 for them rebuilt, repainted trucks. They are beautiful, show winners. If you're going to build something like that, you're not going to take it out and use it. That would be awesome. Joe, back years ago, I would go to Phoenix to my brother Dave's house, and we would have build days on the weekend, and we would just work on trucks all day. I would sleep on his couch. We'd work on trucks the next day, and then I'd go home. He'd come down here. We'd work on my truck for a day or two. We worked on other people's trucks. There was a guy that contacted Dave, and the guy had a 56 Ford F100. Beautiful truck. It didn't drive with the crap. As soon as we looked at it, or Dave looked at it, whoever put the Mustang 2 crossmember in welded it in backwards. So everything, the geometry was just all off. Wouldn't drive right. And we cut it out of there, turned it around. Dave welded it back in for the guy, and he put it all back together. This is a nice truck after that. Drove really nice. Yeah, having a build days are fun. We cut the roof off a truck, 64 F100, and the 61 to 3 unibodies had a big back window, and my friend found a cab with a big back window. He cut it out, and we grafted that sucker on the back of his truck. And it turned out really nice. In fact, that truck got finished and it was in magazines, and my buddy Eric that was working on it, he's not the one that finished it. He got it about a quarter of the way done and then sold it. I'm certainly glad that I haven't gotten rid of any of my trucks. I mean, I have. I've bought many of these trucks. Probably had 15 of the 61 to 66 trucks. And, you know, always been able to find willing people that want parts, willing to have it shipped. I've been to Greyhound with huge boxes of wrapped up fenders and bumpers, and it's crazy what you'll do for people. Try and help them get their truck done. Well, I don't have much time left for that sizzling summer sale to be gone. If I'm going to get anything else from that sale, I'm going to have to do it soon. But I doubt I will. All right. I need a refill, so I'll be right back. All right. Had to get the cat treats too. Come on, Will. You stop hollering at us. There you go. Nice flying, Victor. Thank you, sir. Hi, Spencer. How are you, sir? Thank you for joining us. I forgot to ask the question. Has anybody seen Joe? Not GSXR Joe. Joe, take care, man. Have fun. Stay out of the heat, all right? I appreciate you stopping in. Ooh. There we go. Switch up the view. So it looks like we're an hour in already. Time flies. You're having fun flying. Victor's getting a good finger workout tonight. Keith Christie's flying now. Let's watch him. There we go. Looks like he's flying a Mosquito. I believe that's what that is. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that would have been a British light bomber. Maybe it had more than just bomber rolls. Not really sure on that one. Hopefully y'all had a good weekend. Got some flying in. Somebody's got a decathlon sitting over there. I think that's just part of the show. We'll see if I can drop in the castle, the palace here. Ride the wall of death. Here we go. We're going in. We're going in. Oh, darn it. Little too less on the throttle. There we go. Up and out. Whoa. Into the tree. Well, there you go. We'll watch Victor. Nice. Woo. Cutting through some trees. Oh, and you got taken out. Push your button and go again. That's what I love about that game. Might be a little big for down in there. Props if you can do it. Nice flying, Victor. Flying the ME-262. I need to take a bathroom break real quick. Watch Victor. I'll be right back. I'm back. Hey, good night, EQ. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Have a good week. So I believe this is week 7 of doing the Monday Night Real Flight. I miss Fred doing it already. I'm sure you guys do too. That's okay. Fred's getting all his ducks in a row so he can retire. There we go. So I've been waiting for the news. The news that he died. I figure they're going to be announcing, that weekend at Bernie's is over. I guess we can't be that lucky. Are you still asking Mom for treats? Come here. I'll give you some. Come on. You're a good girl. Yeah. Go tell someone who cares. I'm still not done cleaning up from the storm we had a couple weeks ago. That's been fun. All right. Victor's got the biplane. The looks like an ultimate. Woohoo! Almost. Nice flying, Victor. That's a big one. Right on the tail. That was kind of cool. You can see inside the plane. You can see the servos. They got the realistic part down pretty well. Hi, Fred. How are you, sir? Hi, Philip. Oh, not really. There's still 45 minutes left. If you'd like to fly, if you got a real flight, could add you as a moderator. Philip, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Woohoo! Victor's trying to make us all dizzy. Boy, when it settles down, it really squats the gear. Hey, it's nice to have your fingers tired from flying. That means you got quite a bit in. That's good. It was pretty hot here today, 106, 105, something like that. Nice, Victor. If you notice there, it has twin servos for the pull rudder. Two of them in line. I have seen that set up that way before in like a real RC plane. Very cool, Victor. It's almost too big for the picture. Switch it back to that view. Hope you had a good day, Fred. No train derailments. No cars off the track. Scraps coming in by the tons. Tons and tons. Yeah, I think Victor upsized that biplane just a little bit. He must have went to 200%. You coming over here? Come on. Okay, go away. Impressive. Impressive takeoffs. Well, I appreciate you all here. Nice flat turn. Oh. Victor is flying a very small envelope. Sounds like they kept you busy. That's good. You know, I've never had either one of those. A Corsair or a Spitfire. I have flown the P-40, Mustang. I'm not a fan of a Mustang. I'm sorry. I'm just not. Every one I've had have crashed. Not going to go down that road again. Although I bet the foam ones fly really nice. I think my next one's gonna be another biplane. We'll see when and if it gets here. I'm not holding my breath, but it was supposed to have been here a while ago. So we'll see. Then I'll have a lot of things to get for it. I have a DLE 20 for it. That should be fun. I'll have to get all the other stuff for the ignition, the servos, whatnot. The Sea Fury is beautiful, Jim. Really looks nice. Is it a Seagull? A Legend Hobbies or a Seagull model? Hi, Big Chris. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. We're watching Victor throw his biplane around. Motion. Okay. Boy, I would love to have that Legend T28. They have a couple other ones in their lineup that I would choose before them. Hi, Litz. Terry. Hope you're doing well, friend. Nice to see you. I'm going to add you as moderator. I appreciate you stopping by. Victor is killing it. Woohoo! Victor's putting on a show. It does, Fred. That the gray with the orange and the few other colors that are in it really looks nice. I'm surprised nobody's taken the Carbon Z T28, painted it up to look that way. Well, somebody probably has. I just haven't seen it. The red and white T28 really looks nice. And I saw a camo version today of a T28. In fact, that was on the EAA Oshkosh early arrivals video. Oh, there you go, Victor. Throttle, rudder, aileron control. Flying cars to Toronto? I missed that. I know they have flying cars, but I didn't see that one. Any of you have a e-bike? I know Paul has a few motorcycles. I used to ride bicycles and motorcycles, and then I crashed and I cracked my cheekbone right here in 3 places, fractured it, and that was about the end of me riding. No problem, Chris. Yeah, I saw there were some Indy race car crashes. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, I did see that. He was riding the fence. Just right up on it, huh? I know what you're talking about now. I didn't see who won the NASCAR deal. They were running yesterday too, I believe. Great flying, Victor. So this October, out here at TIMPA, Tucson International Modelplex, is the Tucson Aerobatic Shootout, TAS. I think they've been having it every other year now. This year it's in Tucson, and I'm gonna see if I can go. Remember they had an event out there with the jets, and I met Noons out there. He was out there. But I remember going to the shootout back in like 2000, 2001, 2002 when they first got the club going. I think I joined out there in 2000 and then was a member until 2002. And then it's too far to drive. It's on the other side of the mountains out here. 45 minutes away. There's a field 5 minutes away. I'm going to go there. Makes it really nice. Victor, I can't say I've went to the field and practiced my 3D maneuvers. That's what you do on real flight. Although I would like to try and learn how to hover. Just a little bit. Just get a nice hover going. And I can do it on real flight, but I'm not going to try it out there with the real model, with an RC plane. Maybe with the RV8, I know it can do it. Just not that comfortable flying like that. Some of the jets they have that they do 3D and stand on the tail like that. Wow, those are incredible. All right. Let's see, what did it do? Kick me out of the room? Maybe I'll fly for a minute. It's one thing when Fred does the show, I can fly. I guess I could fly and, host the show too. I don't know. No reason I can, I guess. Drink break? No problem, Victor. We'll see if I can hover. Well, that's about all I can do. Alrighty. Well, thank you, Fred. I appreciate that. I actually miss you doing the show, but I understand. I do. And I don't mind doing it. Yep. Missed a couple flyers tonight, or one flyer, Chris and Lori. They must be out camping, having a good time, or maybe chasing a bear. Who knows? You know, I guess none of us knew in the Zoom on Friday that it was Greg Rowland's birthday. I didn't realize that until the next day. So, belated birthday wishes to you, Greg Rowland. Yeah, they weren't in Ryan's show last night, and I'm not sure if they were in Jeff's show on Friday. I can't remember. But I'm sure they're doing well. Got a new 22-foot travel trailer. I know what I'd be doing. Yeah, I believe it's going to be Fred's birthday here in a couple weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. Coming up pretty soon. Is Keith Christie out there flying? Yeah. There we go. We'll watch Keith. Thank you for flying, Keith. I appreciate it. Oh, you stuck that pole really square. That's all right. See, it says Fred is flying. Huh? Me and Victor. So I can't wait to get my Trumpomania t-shirt. I think that was the most awesome part of that RNC deal was having Hulk Hogan there. That was great. Victor's flying the Viper. Woo. Yeah, I've been just overloaded with the news lately myself. You can only intake so much at a time before you just have to get away from it. So I'm glad I'm doing this for a couple hours here. Be able to take a break from, ooh, what's happening now? Fred's on the flight line. Thunderbird F-16. Great choice. Beautiful flying, Fred. We'll put the chase camera on you. You think she should resign? Or get fired? It was a show about nothing. Jim, I did see that. I did see that. Just the fact that civilians lost their life is enough for her to be fired. Obvious lapse of security. They overlook so many things, and I would leads me to believe that it was somehow intentional. Unfortunately, they want the man gone so much, they will do whatever it takes. Fred, some nice flying. Have a great night, Terry. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. I haven't, Jim, no. Yeah, Alejandro Mayorkas needs to go. There are so many of them that need to go. Not just with D's by their names. Just a lot of them that need to go that have R's by their name. And I'm in the belief that no matter what happens in the election, Trump's in. Hi, Keith. I think they're going to be stonewalled and stuck and not get anything done again. It's Kenny. My friend Kenny. I'm so glad you're here. Hope you're doing well. A lot of people ask about you, my friend. Get you hooked up with a wrench here, my friend. Thank you for coming in. Speak of the devil. Were your ears ringing? Yeah, Mike Bird was asking about you earlier. Jump in the room. 15 minutes of flying left. Oh, watch out for that tree. George of the jungle. There we go. Victor's got the giant. C5A Galaxy. So big, it doesn't even fit on the screen. Hope you've been doing well, Kenny. Hope you've been out flying, working on your projects, getting your stuff done, not worrying about anything else. No problem. You know, that reminds me, Victor, there used to be a game where you had to land in the mothership. It was like the hardest thing to do at the end of the game was to land in the mothership. I'm trying to think of what game it was. Oh, my kid used to do all the, Oh no, Jim. Have have you got a? Well, I guess if it's only 4 foot up, you're able to get it. Would be another thing. It was if it was 40 foot up. I put one through a tree, like balsa. It just went to nothing. There was an engine and servos and monocoat all in the tree. Oh well. You know, when I first started getting into flying again 4 years ago or whatever it was, I really had a bad feeling about foam. It was so tough. You could slam them into the ground, and they're okay. It just blows my mind because balsa is not that way. Tremendous, yeah. It certainly was. Not sure how you made it out of that mess there, Victor, but very cool. Glad I put my phone on silent because somebody's trying to call me. That's good. Yeah, they are tough. Foam is tough. I know I put that. I had the Bigfoot 1300 millimeter arrows Bigfoot. I put that in the dirt a couple times and it really tore it up. And I've crashed my little Arrows Viper more times than I can count. Really, probably more than this many times, and it still flies, no problem. But it really only took one good whack with that Skynetic um, little wing they have. I bought one. It's a little 50 millimeter EDF that Motion has. I don't think it's a Skynetic. I can't think of what it is now, but yeah, I whacked that on the ground one time, and after it hit the ground and took off, it was done. It knocked one of the elevators loose. Elevator flaperon. Elevon. It's tore it up. So I saw where Ramy had did a landing, his third flight on that Galaxy that they built for Tyler Perry, and boy, it was right on the money, right on the main. So pretty. Mohammed, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Victor's tearing it up. Uh-oh. Well, the one flying is Victor, flying the C-5A Galaxy. I appreciate everyone being here tonight, flying. I didn't see Kenny pop in the room and fly, but I'm really grateful that you stopped in, Kenny. I appreciate it. You take care. Hope you're doing well. We switched the view up. Boy, that thing just big lumbers out of the air. Looks so nice though. Woohoo. Oh, that's okay. Oh, no problem. Yeah, we have some good pilots in here, Mohammed. They really have great skills. You know, when you're flying and you're just using a little controller like this, looking in the sky, you know, and you have to think about every control you do on the sticks, makes it go different. Yeah. Stop touching things, Kenny. That's a good one, Keith. I haven't seen a comment from Michael Wrights up, but if you're in the room, sir, hello to you. Dragging a wingtip. I couldn't say that any better than Fred did. We do miss you, Kenny. Woohoo! Brody time. Thrust reverse. Gold trading. It's always up and down. I did, Philip. In fact, I watched that third flight he did, and the landing was like butter. He kind of had the word blocked out of what it said. So, of course, you got to watch the video to see what happened, right? Hey, I guess that's the way to put him out, right? Thank you, Victor. Yeah, guys, I can't believe it's already been over 2 hours. $38 an ounce. I remember when it jumped to 300 something in the late 70s. And we got all hot about going out and finding gold in the washes. I bet we didn't find a tenth of a gram. Little tiny speck. You know? If you dropped it, it's gone. The glitch in the plane is because it's enlarged from its original format. So it, for some reason, it makes them hop around like that. If it was its original size intended for the game, it wouldn't hop around. Fred's flying. We'll watch Fred for a few more minutes. I appreciate you guys being here. 400%. It's really cool that you can do that with the game. Enlarge them, make the controls whatever you want. Go big or go home, that's right. Bigger flies better. Nice flying, Fred. Nice smooth on the sticks. I gotta smile because Kenny's here. Kenny, thank you. I appreciate it. We'll just stay late in case you can get going and fly. Yeah, most of the ones that I enlarge, Victor, I enlarge 150% is about all I'll do. That way it still is relatively similar. It, it, it doesn't jump around like that. Just in my mind, I can't take that. It's like, I'm not liking that. Let's just make it smaller and make it so it doesn't do that. To each his own. Just kind of hoping we'd see a big balloon floating where Kenny is. Right across the screen there. Guys, I can't thank you enough for coming and stopping in, and I certainly appreciate it. I've run about 10 minutes over now, 8 minutes over, and I do gotta go so I can go get a few things done outside real quick and get ready for tomorrow. I hope you all have a great week, and I love you all, man. Thanks for coming by. And take care. Don't overload yourself on news. You can't do anything about it. It's good to stay on top of it. Don't worry about it. It's not going to change your life one iota. I promise. Hey guys, take care. You have a great week, okay? Good night, Kenny, Fred, Jim. Love you all, man. Take care.